Hi, welcome back to Box Delights. Doing something a little bit different for you today. I just want to show off a two-player game. This is Dwarven Beerfest. Full disclosure, I picked this up, or was given this, at UK Games Expo this year, 2019, by a fellow gamer, designer, developer, and friend of mine. So I just wanted to show this off to you as a little favour, really. I think it's out of print, but they are planning a second printing. So this is from Triple Ace Games. And this is a neat little filler game. It's interesting because I'm saying filler, but it can, it's 30 minutes. So this is one my son and I enjoy playing together. Particularly easy to take down the pub. So we've been enjoying this game, and I wanted to show it to you, show it how it played. If you're looking for something a little lighter, it's far from uncomplicated. It's not that simple, right? There are some complications in this rulebook, and I think perhaps if I show you how it plays, it might be able to help you get started a little bit quicker with Dwarven Beerfest. And the aim of the game is to win the most renown, and you do this by successfully quaffing the most drinks without embarrassing yourself and falling unconscious. You take on the role of one of these four dwarves. Kids, drinking is silly, but this is a silly game. It's light-hearted and it's meant to be, but there is lots of strategy. There's enough in here to keep you quizzing as you quaff. There's a couple of real interesting USPs with the game, things that make it stand out and give it some depth as a strategy game, actually. This tankard here has got a whole bunch of dice. These represent our dwarves' quaffing ability, and as we're playing multiple player, when the dice are rolled, you'll each take turns rolling the dice, but the die roll applies to everybody, so it kind of feels fair, right? It's very much a push your luck game, and you're going to be pushing your luck and rolling those dice, and whoever has taken the most chances or perhaps not built up enough reserve cards, we'll talk about some of the little intricate details as we get into gameplay. They're the people who are going to suffer, and the better strategists will hopefully win. Okay. So these are our dice. There's a last orders card which marks the end of the game. We're going to have a different sized deck depending on the number of players in the game. So we're going to deal out, for example, let's set up a two-player game. We're going to deal out 24 cards, and then these are effectively out of the game if you wish. Last orders card goes in and the rest go on top, so we know that the game is going to end at a certain point when we get through that deck. The other thing that's quite cool is these are your dwarves. You can take on one of them. They're all identical, just different colours. So let's say the red and the purple player. This is their sober side. Okay, they have a drunken side where their stats are modified. Okay, and the aim then is to try and sober up, get back to your sober side. So that's pretty neat. There's a nice little mechanism here to kind of recover, and it also shows you being drunk is not a good thing. And then we have a deck of action cards as well, and each of these action cards will be applicable in different phases of the game. So we'll go through the different phases of the game and show you how this thing works. And that's all I want to do, really, just to give you a quick intro. There's a little bit of set collecting in here as well. Different drink cards that come out will have different abilities on them, and some of them have little icons that you can collect, because as you collect these cards, you're going to be scoring more points, and then the player with the most points at the end is victorious. Each player is going to take 3 of these action cards for the start of the game. These are in your hand, so they're kept hidden. So these are ways that you can influence each of the different phases as we go along. Okay. Your dwarf card, this becomes central to your play area. We'll roll the d12 to see who goes first. 5 over here, and a 10 over here. And it's time to get in our first round. So, Wurza the hunted, and you'll find throughout the game, as you discover the different drinks, there's going to be a lovely comedic element to this game. It's very well produced. They've done a great job, the guys. Very well produced, very well developed. Okay, first round is place orders. Okay, like I said, these action cards will remind you of the different orders, different phases in the game. Okay, so we've got place orders. These 2 phases are when we're drinking and then finally quaffing. If the icon's red, that's the phase in which you can use it. So Wurza doesn't have any cards to so you can use in the place orders phase. So starting with the players getting the round in, which is Wurza, and this is the main phase of the game. This is where we're pushing our luck. We look at our dwarf card and we take one of two options. We can either take the safe option, and it's this card here, so it's a single card. It says draw one drink card. If we draw one drink card, we get to roll the d6, okay, or use the results of the d6. High numbers are good in this game. Or we can take the right hand option here, which is to go berserk and draw two cards. And here we get to use higher dice. We get a yellow d6 and the blue d12. So we're going to potentially get more drinks, okay? More drinks means more renown, but this icon here says we're definitely going to get drunk at the end of this round. We've gone berserk. Let's just show you the basics. Let's just start by drawing one card when we order our drinks. If we look on the reverse, when we're drunk, you can see the dice change. And then you've got this take it easy option. There's no go berserk option when you're already drunk. Again, you just draw one card, but this time the blue die becomes a d4, but you will sober up. Okay, you get to flip it back. All right, we'll see all what this means when we get those dice rolling. Okay, so at this moment we're deciding, do we want to draw one card or two cards? Let's draw one and then see what happens. To order a drink, remember we're doing just one, we reveal and we place it above our dwarf here on our drinks tray. Okay, we're collecting drinks on our drink tray. Now the significant numbers here is this one down here in the bottom left. This is the quaff value of the drink. So this imported human ale, it's really bland, is got a quaffing value of 3. Now remember, when we get these dice, we're rolling a blue die and a yellow die because that's what we've chosen as our option. Okay, the result of these two dice has to be equal to or higher than the sum of these values. Alright, so at the moment that would be a 10, that's greater than a 3, that's good. Alright, so even this would be good. Okay, but this would be bad. And then we'd go drunk. And we've not successfully quaffed these things. Right, we've got to be able to successfully quaff them. Now the next player goes. Right, they decide what to do. Let's say Halvor wants to push his luck and he's going to go for the 2 card option. Okay, so he draws 2 cards. And we've got an elven wine, Quenya, and lemon and slime shandy. The quaff value here is 2 and 1, that's 3. Right, so we're still feeling pretty confident. Now, kind of pontoon or blackjack style, we can choose to hold as we've done, or push our luck. And we can push our luck by ordering another drink and placing it on the tray. So Wurza here, remember he's drawing single cards, he's going to push his luck and draw again. Okay, we've got the halfling honey wine. All these things are themed. Okay, he's up to 6. Halvor, he wants to push his luck too, because those were really low valued. So we're going to draw 2. And alright, we've got a halfling honey wine. And we've got short and stout, who ate all the pies. Let's say both players decide to hold here, right? Wurza passes. Halvor could push on if he wanted to, or pass. Now there are other icons on here. We'll come to those when they matter. Alright, so that's the orders phase. Okay, next we do the drinking. And there's 2 steps to this. There's the pre-drinking, when we get a chance to play some of these cards. Like this one says, this one's red, so I could play this now in the pre-drinking. I'm as drunk as you are. If one of the other dwarves is drunk, you use the D10. I'll sober in a minute. And then, what else have we got? This one here. My precious ale. If your favourite drink is in the empties pile, take it and place it in your flask. Right, we'll come to that in a minute. But every dwarf also has a favourite drink. So Halvor's favourite drink up here is the alcoholic ginger beer, which is not on his drinks tray. Now we come to the drinking, and whoever was round it was rolls the dice, and we roll all the dice. You don't have to use the tankard if you don't want to. Remember, we're looking for 6 or more on the d6s. What have we got? 1, 2, 3, 6, 9 here, so quite a high value for Halvor, but he gets to use the blue d12. Right, it's looking good for Wurza. We've got 4 and 3 on the blue and the yellow. Remember, both players use the yellow die, the yellow d6, but Wurza's using this one. Harville's using this one, right? Because he was taking this option. Okay, so he's only got 6. That's no good. But 7 here is greater than 6, or equal to 6. We're good. So, Wurza has successfully quaffed his 2 drinks. Halvor, on the other hand, has failed with this horrible 3. Now, there are still chances to fix things. This is the after drinks phase, so pre-drinks, after drinks. If you have any action cards that could potentially modify things, then you're good. Okay, nothing over here. Now, Wurza's got quite a good role here. In previous rounds, you might have saved some drinks. There's ways of saving drinks in your flask. There's a little flask icon down here. So there might be a drink card down here. Maybe something like this. Okay, or maybe let's see, the lemon and slime shandy with the quaff value of 1. At this point, you could bring drinks from your flask onto your tray and quaff those as well. I'll show you how to get things into your flask later. Now, it could have gone worse for Wurza. Actually, it's slightly better, because if we look, the imported human ale has this yellow D8 symbol. What that means is, whatever option you choose on your dwarf card, you ignore this and you use the yellow D8 roll. Okay, so we're actually up to 9. So we could have brought even higher values from my flask. So that's what this icon means. You've got a burp icon here. At the end of the game, remember, you're trying to earn renown. Collecting the most cards with burps means you do the longest burp and you get more renown. You get a little bonus to your bonus renown score for having the most burp cards. Right, so that's a little bit of set collecting. This icon here says if you successfully quaff this drink, which we did, you draw an action card. So Wurza gets to do that. These icons at the top right, these are the renown that you're trying to accumulate. But they have to be in your renown pile. We'll talk about that in a little while. So we've successfully quaffed these, but we've not yet bragged sufficiently enough about our quaffing that we've got the renown for these yet. So we'll talk about that. This icon down here, the tankard says it's an ale. The red wine glass here says it's wine. And you get bonus renowns for having sets of wine. Okay, so have a set of green wine, I don't know. Green, red, and yellow wine gives you an additional renown. Okay, there's a little reminder here on the right. This is a yellow wine because it's got this yellow wine bottle up here. Right, so now you know all the icons. These have been successfully quaffed. There's a little reminder on your dwarf card. This red flag here with the spilt glass, this is your quaffed pile. And the yellow banner here with a trumpet, that's your renown. So these have been successfully quaffed. We put them in our quaffed pile. Now, to earn renown, we've got to get them moved over to our renown side. Okay, there's cards that let you do this. Kobold Coffee says move 2 cards from your quaff pile to your renowned pile, for example. If you see a red flag to a yellow flag icon, here we go. Then that means move all your cards from your quaffed to your renown. So, the other way to get cards from quaffed to renown is to get drunk, brag about it by taking it easy and succeeding here, move all your cards from here to here, and then become sober again. So you do have to kind of get drunk to brag about your quaffing ability. Okay, so that's the end of the round for Wurza. Halvor here failed. Okay, the values were not high enough. But it will be his round next. So all the cards go to the empties pile, which is up here, no quaffing, and for failing they would be drunk. Now as it goes, they were always going to be drunk anyway, just from going berserk. Okay, so over to this side. As compensation though, every time you fail, you do get to draw an action card. And that's it, we set up for a new round and we go through the phases again. Let's do it one more time. Let's say Halvor is not interested in getting sober just yet. We're going to use this die. We're going to use the blue D8, I think that is, and draw 1, card. Okay, you can't draw 2 when you're already drunk. Short and stout. Wurza, let's just quick check on his cards. Nice, loaf of bread. If sober, you do not become drunk if you fail drinking. Alright, let's go. I think we're quite happy to get drunk, so let's go for the 2. So we've got the Gnome Winberry Wine and the Dragon Breath Chaser. There's a new icon on here. This is a spirit. This straight glass here is a spirit. That's quite a high number for us. And there's another icon here, and there's another icon here. This icon says we will be drunk, even if we're successful, but we're going to be anyway because of this. But even if we were taking it easy here, we would get drunk just from successfully quaffing this Dragon Breath. Yeah, it's pretty potent stuff. And this one here, doubles. You see these on spirit cards. If you roll doubles on your dice, 2 3s, 2 6s, yeah, then you'll put this spirit in the quaff pile, even if you failed. Okay, but you need to roll doubles. This icon, this set of icons down here, actually, this one says if Dragon Breath Chaser is the last card on your tray, which it is, they always get placed to the right, then your quaff value is reduced by 2. It's going to kind of give you a bit of a light head, I'm afraid. Now we could push our luck here, but we're not. I think we're going to stick with this, hopefully quaff this, and then move it to, yeah, I don't know, let's see what we're going to do. Yeah, we're going to successfully quaff this, I think that's the aim. Do I want to push our luck? Let's push our luck. See, even for a simple game, there's little things to be, oh no, another Dragon Breath Chaser. Yeah, that's not easy. That's not easy. Okay. I'm sticking, he's sticking. Let's just check if there's anything here. Is your favourite drink in the empties? You can play... there you go, my precious ale. If your favourite drink's in the empties, you can take it and place it in your flask. And remember, if you roll high, you can bring drinks from your flask to your tray. I don't think there was ginger beer in here. No. Alright, let's roll. So Halvor's rolling. So Halvor was going for D10. That's a blue D10. And the yellow D6 is only a 5. Oh, we failed again. Now this is terrible. If you fail when you're drunk, then whatever's in your quaff pile, whatever you built up here, gets discarded. You can't earn the renown for it. You've just been sealed your reputation as someone who can't handle their drink. Failed again. Not doing very good here. Perhaps we should have just stuck with the short and stout. And what have we got over this side? We went for the D12 and the D6. So that's 6. We've got 4, 5, 6, 7. And minus 2 is a 5. Yep, no good. We failed here as well. So these go to the empties. We don't lose these because we failed when we're sober. We just become drunk. Back to his turn. Alright, so you can see there's lots of fun to be had from pushing your luck with this. I'm going to try and... Let's do this time. Let's just try take it easy and try and get these into our renown pile, and then I'll show you how that works. Alright, so we'll go one more time. We've got Wurza's Glory. Okay, that's our favourite drink. Perfect. If your favourite drink's on your tray, then you roll the yellow D8. So we know we're going to do that. So we've got a D4 and a blue D4 and a yellow D8. I think Halvor is also going to just draw the 1. I'm going to stay drunk. Oh, a spirit orc file cocktail. I think Wurza. Let's just stick. Let's stick. We're not going to push our luck any further, and we're going to stick to it as well. Let's roll and see what happens. Okay, so we've got the blue D4, which is a 2, and the yellow D8 is a 2. That's 4. That's good for Wurza. Oh, Halvor should have taken his... In fact, both players should have taken an action card for failing. Right, where were we? That might have changed things around. The D10 is a 6 for you. We're not rolling the D10, are we? No. Let's see. So yeah, we're successful over here. We've got our favourite drinks. We've got 2 for 2, 4, yeah. So Wurza's Glory goes to our quaff pile. Everything in our quaff pile goes to Renown, and we become sober. Okay. And we should be successful over here, I hope. We've got the blue D8 and this one here. We haven't rolled doubles, that's 7. We are going to remain drunk because of this icon, but this does go to our quaff pile. We would become sober, but because of this bad batch of Orc Fire cocktail, we remain drunk. Alright, and so the game goes on until we work our way through to last orders. Alright. At the end of the game, once we've called last orders, anything in your quaff pile is going to go into your score pile, and then you count up how much renown you've got. Now all drinks, apart from Shandy, will give you renown. Okay, you'll get +1 for each of your dwarves' favourite drinks, and then you get for every set of 3 wines, you'll get your bonus point. And then the player with the longest burp, who's got the most burp icons on their cards, will get an extra 6 renown. And then the player with the most renown wins. There is a tiebreaker. If you're holding the most action cards at the end of the game and a tie, then you will win. Otherwise, just enjoy your joint success. And it's these action cards really that change things up and how much you push your luck. If you're drunk, place this card in your renown pile. So this gives you +3 burp, a drunken belch. Bottoms up, each player transferred a card from their flask to renown. Yellow die is a 5. Sorry, the D8 is a 5. And here we've got the D8, the D10 is a 6. So you can mitigate some of those rolls. And if you're holding these cards, it means you can kind of push your luck, and your opponent might be thinking, what the heck's going on? Cheers. Each player transferred 2 cards from their quaff to the renown. We've seen these. What's on tap? You may look at the top 3 cards of the drink deck and place them back in any order. So this is a really great way of having a little look and seeing what's on tap. Especially if you see your opponent's favourite drink and it's your turn, you might want to grab that, or yeah, just play whatever strategies you find within the game, because there's plenty here. For a little game with a light-hearted presentation, lots of developments done to make this a proper strategy game. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this presentation. Thanks for watching. Look out for Dwarven Beerfest. See you next time.